Good morning, students. As we know that we are doing the statement problems or the word problems of quadratic equations, and we have covered two exercises, that is first and second. Now today in this video we will discuss some of the word problems of the third exercise. And now we are starting to discuss the sum fourth of exercise 4.3. The question is the sum of the reciprocal of Rahman's ages 3 years ago and 5 years from now. Means what is given the sum of the reciprocal of Rahman's ages. रहमान की ही एज, दो एजेस हमें दे रखी हैं, जो आज से 3 साल पहले और आज से 5 साल बाद. तो पहले हम करते हैं आज की एज क्या होगी. सो लेट द प्रेजेंट एज बी, let the present age be x years. Now 3 years ago एज क्या हो जाएगी हमारी x माइनस 3 ईयर्स, और 5 ईयर्स हैंस मीन्स आफ्टर 5 ईयर्स एज क्या हो जाएगी x प्लस 5 ईयर्स. इज इट क्लियर. नाउ व्हाट इज गिवन अकॉर्डिंग टू क्वेश्चन द रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ देयर एजेस मीन्स 1 अपॉन x माइनस 3 प्लस 1 अपॉन x प्लस 5 is equal to 1 by 3. Now we have to solve this. We have to find the present age. The question is find the present age of the Rahman. So now how we will solve? Let's take the LCM first. Here it is x minus 3. This is x plus 5. Now after taking the LCM, what we get here? This is x plus 5 plus x minus 3 is equal to 1 by 3. So x plus x, 2x plus 2, 5 minus 3, that is 2 divided by x minus 3 into x plus 5 is equal to 1 by 3. Now cross multiplication, 3 will multiply with 3 into 2, 6x plus 6, and here this is x into x, x square plus 2x minus 15. Now we have to solve this. It will become x square minus 4x minus 21 is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation, and now we have to solve this quadratic equation, and the easiest method I have told you is by splitting the middle term. So we have to split the middle term. So x square minus 7x plus 3x minus 21 is equal to 0. Again, how we have to split the middle term? We have to split the middle term in such a way in order to get the product of first term and the last term. So now what is common? X is common, x minus 7 plus 3 is common, x minus 7, that is equal to 0. So what is common in both these? X minus 7 and x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now when we put these equal to 0, when x minus 7 will be equal to 0, we get the value x is equal to 7, and here we can get the value x is equal to minus 3. As we can see, the age cannot be negative, so x is equal to 7 is the answer. So the present age will be present age of Rahman is 7 years. Say this question once again. Sum of the reciprocal of Rahman's age is 3 years ago and 5 years from now is 1 by 3. Find his present age. Now let's move to the next, that is sum 6th. Let's do or sum 7th. Let's do sum 7th. So you have to practice the remaining sums which are left in the exercise, and in case of any query we will discuss those sums as well. Otherwise I'm trying to cover most of the questions in the videos, but I'm leaving few questions in between for your practice, so you have to practice them, and in case of any queries we will discuss. Okay, now sum 7th is the difference of the squares of two numbers is 180. Now this is the concept of two numbers given and we do not know the number. The question is the difference of the squares of two numbers is 180. The square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. So here the concept of smaller number and larger number is there. So let the larger and smaller number be x and y respectively. So what we have taken, larger number as x and smaller number as y we have taken respectively. Now according to question, what is given, the difference of the square of two numbers means x square minus y square is equal to 180. Why x square minus y square? Because as we know that x is greater than y, so difference is 180, and the square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. What is the smaller number? That is y. Square of the smaller number y square is 8 times the larger number, and what is larger number? That is x. So y square is equal to 8x. So y square is equal to 8x. Any doubt in this? The larger number and the smaller number we have considered as x and y, and what is given, two conditions are given. First, the difference of the square is 180, and the square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. Now we have to solve this. We have to find the two numbers. We have to find both the numbers, the smaller number as well as the larger number. So now let's find it. Now we have to put the value of y square in this given equation. The y square 8x we have to put in here. So x square minus y square, instead of y square we will put 8x, that is equal to 180. So x square minus 8x minus 180 is equal to 0. Again splitting the middle term, so we have to split minus 18x plus 10x minus 18x plus 10x minus 180 is equal to 0. So what is common? X common, x minus 18 plus 10 common, x minus 18 is equal to 0. So what are the factors here? X minus 18 and x plus 10 is equal to 0. When x minus 18 will be equal to 0, we can get the value of x as 18, and when x is equal to 10 is 0, we can get the value of x is equal to minus 10. Hence in this case we have to neglect we have to eliminate the negative number. So now we can get the value of x is 18, and what is x? X is the larger number, and we have to find the value of smaller number as well. So how will we find the value of smaller number? It is given that the smaller number, square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. So y square is equal to 8 multiply 18. So y square is equal to 144, and you can say y is equal to plus minus 12. Again we will eliminate the negative number. So x is 12 and x is 18 and y is 12 here. So what we have done, the larger number is 18 and the smaller number is 12. By this we have done this question. So see, today we have done two questions. The first question is the percentage of Rahmans, and the second question is where the larger number and the smaller number is given. And what we have done in this, the two conditions are given. The difference of the squares is 180, and the square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. So what we have done, this is equation 1, this is 2. We have just put it the value of equation 2 in equation 1. So y square is equal to 8x. Then we have just solved it by splitting the middle term. And then we have just solved it and we get the value of y and x. So these are the two questions that we have discussed from the exercise 4.3. Few more questions are left and we will try to cover them in the coming videos, and meanwhile you have to do the remaining questions and we will ask the queries in the coming videos. So now you can write both these questions. Have a look here and you can write both these questions. So write these questions, and in the coming videos we will discuss more and more questions. Thank you, students.